No, he devised TD passes. Wow.
brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Seahawks and the Cowboys on Sunday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the heart of Texas and the spectacular AT&T Stadium in Arlington. This evening, the capper to this divisional round. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. to Rico. Well, with Greg Olson, partner, both these teams feeling the momentum, feeling good. They won last week on Wild Card Weekend. They're starting to look forward and dream Super Bowl. One of these teams gets to the conference championship game. What are you looking for in a game like this?
Yeah, and you're exactly right, Mike. Both these teams we saw just a week ago play really well in their wild card matchups. So now they find themselves one game away from the conference championship. And it really comes down to, at this stage of the game, Mike, it's not who's practicing the best. Those reps have been really cut down. Right now, it's about getting your legs back and understanding who are we as a team, who is our opponent as a team, and who is going to play the best. Well, in a couple minutes, this thing's going to be kicked off, and we're going to find out.
So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the number 3 overall pick of the 2021 draft. From North Dakota State, it's Trey Lance.
You have to figure, Mike, this is a confident quarterback coming into this one. He played such a large role, not only helping them win the division, but then he followed it up last week with a big wild card victory. Now, 1 week away from a championship game in front of their home crowd. Everything is falling into place. And if they want to play next week, they're going to need another big game from their leader.
That's his first grab in this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down. They'll stay on the ground. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Lance. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. They'll turn and hand this one off. Finding room to the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Scoring first, so critical in a playoff game. They've got it here 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Trying the right side, taken in by Collins.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
been a nice opening drive. It's led to this from the 5, 3rd down and goal. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Auburn's kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 3-0 lead.
Come on, guys. That was
They did a
messed
lot of
up.
good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
Winning in the wild card round, certainly an accomplishment that this team should be proud of. But Mike, if he wants to take his team to the championship round next week, he's going to have to lead by example and play a mistake-free game against a team known for capitalizing on their opponent's mistakes. Yes, you have to be aggressive. You have to be willing to take some risks. But those risks have to be calculated, because if you get reckless against this group, you're going to be flying home. You're going to be getting ready for the offseason. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And he's going to be fouled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. 3rd and 9. They'll go play action. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Cowboys offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. To throw, here's Lance. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball, because they're on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw. This one complete to Washington. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
To throw is Lance. To the left side, he's got Ferguson. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Lance. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And pick up 3 or maybe 4. Boye Mafe in on the tackle. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Lance. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
So they move inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Lance. That one finds Chase. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
In motion now, it's Collins. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He knocks it through. Cowboys are out to a 10-0 lead.
Let's go, guys. Can't believe the Packers lost.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Athletic training staff looking at him, so will step aside. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Walker. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
And that is incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there. And it's going to be fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, like living in these third and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. In trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. He'll look to throw. There's Ferguson, the tight end. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
Gotta move them chains.
One quarter down in this NFC divisional round matchup. 10-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. First and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Pass brought in by Ferguson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And they've got it at the 19-yard line. They're into the red zone and still on the march. First down picked up.
I think everybody in this stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
In motion now, it's Collins. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. They'll stick with him again. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
Take my 4th and 4.
Well,
decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Cowboys, and he's going to...
All right, we get the 4th and 4. Good job, guys.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Touchdown, Dallas. On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good. And the Cowboys move further out in front. It is now 17-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense headed back to take over once more. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with 1st down. Gino to throw. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Cowboys have it. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment.
I think he was down already.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. This one is complete to DK Metcalf.
Wow.
He'll be marked down.
We hit the hell out of him.
Close to the 1st down.
So how do you get that ball off?
The 15 that they needed. It's going to set up a manageable 3rd and short. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
The Cowboys offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They bring Chase in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Returnable from the 17. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Now it's Hal. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. It was Marshawn kneeling there to stop it. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Third down and 9. Here's Howell. That's complete to lock it outright. That's his first grab in this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Back to throw. Howell. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Give to Walker, running right, and he'll get this ahead, gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. To throw is Howell. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity. Like anytime you have 2 defenders in the area, and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball. Yes, I know that the ball fell incomplete, but, man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Cowboys offense. And their running back set to go once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10.
Come on, yeah, get through that hole.
Not much there. Stop short of the 20. Here's 2nd and 9. to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential. Your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
This is some fucking bullshit. He broke his thumb.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
Wow, he ain't playing next week. Wow.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Walker. And he'll get maybe a yard.
Wow.
That's it.
Broke his thumb.
Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. He'll throw with Howell. Now he'll run it. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end. He's got the first down and more than that. A first down there on a pickup of 17. Metcalf left side. He's got it. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. Throwing is Howell. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks are on the board just before halftime.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Short kick taken just inside the 20. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers and secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
A short throw caught by Ferguson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Got a man, that's Tolbert. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 31 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. For the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This will be a 41-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys add on to their lead. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. Got the EA Sports
legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. All right, Mike, thanks very much. One of these two teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get it back to you two in just a moment. Cedric Wilson, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. In that first half, we were treated to a stellar performance by quarterback Trey Lance. He's got a touchdown through the air as his guys have raced down to a gigantic early lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. We are set for the second half kickoff. One of these teams ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week. And we are back at it with the third quarter. Well, Seahawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And this has been a nightmare game for him so far. He had the lost fumble earlier and limited success running against this stout defense. Come off the field a couple of times shaking his head. What can you do? Right now the answer is he can't do much. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. RPO and the quick hit to Smith and Jigba. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They'll motion over Metcalf. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team. Here comes a return. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They're trying to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. Not much there, maybe a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Now give on the ground, and he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
First down throw there is incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one, and they let him off the hook.
This one complete to Washington. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll turn and hand this one off. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he'll take it on in. Darnell Washington. Touchdown, Cowboys. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. The Cowboys will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Laviska Shenault. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he finds a little bit out of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Metcalf. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. They'll look to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle. They just cannot get anything going from here.
Here's 3rd and 2. Bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Once again, right back to Lockett. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down. Smith-Njigba left side, he's got it. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Seattle.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Got it with Smith-Njigba. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
return as he takes it across the 30. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming for the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. They'll try to hit him with a screen. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. This one caught by Chase. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
To the ground, a first down run. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. A bit high, but it's complete. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage.
Mike McDonald, not a huge fan of that last call, and he will throw the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So a smart decision on the defensive side.
Breaking news on the city's north side. We are getting reports of a shooting just coming into our newsroom. Details are still developing, but our Mike Jimenez is live on the scene. He just arrived. Mike, what can you tell us?
Well, Alicia, behind me is still a very active scene as police try to figure out exactly what happened here at this shopping center on the north side. Let me go ahead and step away from the camera so you can take a look as police investigate this crime scene. Now, the information we have is very preliminary, but officers say that one person was shot here at the shopping center. Now, they say that there was some type of dispute between 2 individuals, a man and a woman, that ended up with that man being shot. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition, but we have just learned that the
Breaking news on the city's north side. We are getting reports of a shooting just coming into our newsroom. Details are still developing, but our Mike Jimenez is live on the scene. He just arrived. Mike, what can you tell us?
Well, Alicia, behind me is still a very active scene as police try to figure out exactly what happened here at this shopping center on the north side. Let me go ahead and step away from the camera so you can take a look as police investigate this crime scene. Now, the information we have is very preliminary, but officers say that one person was shot here at the shopping center. Now, they say that there was some type of dispute between two individuals, a man and a woman, that ended up with that man being shot. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition, but we have just learned that the victim did die from his injuries. Now, police say that they have that man and woman detained, but they're not being cooperative at this time. Officers are not sure what led up to the shooting. They say it could be possibly road rage, or it could be just an argument between a boyfriend and a girlfriend. They do say that they have video evidence from one of the businesses here, and detectives are on their way to take a look at that video to try to piece together what happened. For now, that's the very latest here from the north side. Mike Jimenez, Kings 5.
Here, this winds up as an incomplete pass. They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. After that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back than in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Now it's Hal. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's Howell. This one's complete to his tight end, Fant. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. He gets that to his big target, Fant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on third and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
come up on a 2nd down and 8. To throw is Howell. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Throwing is Howell. This one caught at the 4. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances.
Oh, the ball is out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Come on, guys.
Operating your red zone offense, of course it goes without saying, Mike, you're trying to score touchdowns. But the worst case scenario is that you bring your field goal unit and you at least try for 3. You have to protect the ball. Turnovers are the cardinal sin of red zone offense. In this case, they dodge a little bit of a bullet here. The ball comes loose. Fortunately for the ball carrier, his own team recovers it. They can keep their offense on the field and see if they can finish this drive.
They are very fortunate to get another shot at it. It is 2nd down and goal. Lockett headed in motion. Back to throw. Howell. Got his man at the 6. Nice run here on 2nd down inside the 5 with more options now available for 3rd and goal.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had a...
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
Howell has everyone set as they go for 2 here. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
With down 3 scores, and it's late, they're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. In motion now, it's Collins. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Not much happening there, just a short gain. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here now, 3rd and 5. Back to throw. The open man is Tolbert. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Cowboys.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. He'll find Chase. That's complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Cowboys add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They'll throw with Howell. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. On throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. Get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork, a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Looking to double up here, score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Now Seattle will use the final timeout. And they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Good game, guys. New Orleans coming to town now.
So it's a win for the Cowboys. They will continue on in these playoffs. They're now 1 step away from a Super Bowl appearance. We'll have a tough one coming up next Sunday in the conference championship game. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.
This is some bullshit. He's out for 3 weeks. God damn it.